Hello and welcome. I'm pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to this online learning journey. Today, we're going to dive into a massive shift that is completely redefining what success looks like in our industry. We're talking about the strategic power of data and how it's shaping the future of every single modern hotel. If you rewind just a little bit, a successful hotel was really about two things. RevPAR, that's your revenue per available room, and of course, beautiful design. But the game has completely changed. Today, a property's true value is measured by a whole new set of standards. Its performance on environmental, social, and governance criteria, or what we call ESG. And let me be clear, this isn't just some passing trend. It's a fundamental benchmark for asset value, and it's being driven by a worldwide demand for corporate responsibility. So for you as future leaders, here's the most important takeaway. Knowing how to quantify your building's environmental impact is now every bit as critical as knowing how to read a balance sheet. Seriously, ESG is no longer just a marketing buzzword. It's right at the heart of operational and financial leadership in the hospitality industry. Now, to really appreciate just how big this leap forward is, we first have to understand the problem it's solving. So let's take a quick look back at the old way of tracking a hotel's carbon footprint. And to put it mildly, it was a complete mess. A tedious, slow, and deeply flawed process. This really captures the manual nightmare perfectly. I mean, just imagine this. Teams spending literally hundreds of hours just chasing down stacks of paper utility bills. Then someone has to painstakingly type every single one of those numbers into a clunky spreadsheet. And after all that, they'd have to try and manually calculate the carbon emissions. So what was the result? Reports that were months late and, you guessed it, full of errors. They were practically useless for making any real decisions. And this quote right here, this gets to the absolute core of the problem: human error. Just think about it for a second. A single misplaced decimal point on one utility bill could throw off an entire year's worth of data. These weren't just small oopsies. They were major errors that made the final reports completely unreliable. You just couldn't trust them to make smart business choices. Okay, so we've seen the problem. Now let's get to the good part, the solution. This is where technology, and specifically AI-driven platforms, has come in and been a complete game changer, automating the entire process of collecting and reporting sustainability data. I want you to picture this new technology as a kind of digital central nervous system for your hotel's environmental performance. The days of fragmented manual work are just gone. Instead, you have a single, intelligent hub that automatically connects, collects, and analyzes all that crucial data in one place, seamlessly. So you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? Well, first, the system creates a secure, direct link to all of your utility providers. We're talking electricity, natural gas, water, waste, you name it. Then it automatically pulls in all the consumption data the second it's available. Now, the real magic happens when the AI applies localized emission factors. That just means the data is perfectly tailored to your specific region's energy grid. And the end result? You get accurate, real-time insights that you can actually trust and act on immediately. And the data it gives you is incredibly precise. We're talking about a real-time view of a hotel's Scope 1 emissions, that's the direct emissions from sources you own, like boilers, and Scope 2 emissions, which are the indirect ones from the energy you buy. This level of detail was, let's be honest, pretty much impossible to get right when doing it all by hand. When you put the two methods side by side like this, the difference is just staggering. Look at accuracy. You go from something highly prone to errors to data that is literally investment grade. The time it takes? You go from months down to mere seconds. The data is instantly verifiable, and maybe most importantly, your team is freed up from all that paperwork. They can finally focus on what actually matters, making strategic improvements. Okay, so we've established this is way more efficient, but this is where things get really exciting. We need to look at how this operational efficiency turns into a powerful strategic advantage. Because this technology isn't just about saving time, it's about unlocking huge new business value. A perfect example of this is RFP season. That's request for proposal season, when big corporate clients are looking to book huge blocks of rooms for the coming year. Well, these days, they're not just asking about your room rates anymore. They are now requiring 100% accurate and verifiable carbon footprint data before they'll even consider signing a large contract. And here's the bottom line. A hotel that can produce an instant, verified ESG report has a massive competitive advantage. You're not just competing on price and amenities anymore. You're competing on sustainability. And in today's market, who do you think wins that business? It's the partner with trustworthy data every single time. And it goes beyond just winning new contracts. This data gives hotel owners and investors something absolutely invaluable: a clear line of sight into financial risk. With things like carbon taxes and new energy regulations popping up everywhere, understanding your property's environmental footprint is now a fundamental part of financial planning. This data allows stakeholders to see what's coming, anticipate costs, and make much smarter long-term investments. So let's bring this all back to you. As a future leader in hospitality, what does all of this mean for your career? It means that understanding this data, mastering it, that's going to be your competitive edge. It's your secret weapon. Let me be really clear about this. Mastering ESG data is not some niche, nice-to-have skill anymore. It is a core competency for modern leadership. It's how you will directly drive the asset value of your property. It's how you're going to secure those high-value corporate contracts we were just talking about. And it is how you will position your hotel and yourself as a true leader in the global push for sustainability. So as you continue on your professional journey, I want to leave you with this one question. The tools are here. The market demand is undeniable. So as a future leader, how will you use this data to build a more valuable, more resilient, and more sustainable hotel?